Hey guys, James here today and welcome back to another Sims 4 house building video, and the title is correct. I was paid $100 to build with my first pet stuff. This is a base game only plus my first pet stuff build. Literally no other pack is used. Only that stuff pack, and I use every single item from that stuff pack in this build, and it's a $20,000 build as well, so it's pretty cheap. It's almost a starter home, but you have to factor in the cost of the lot. Now, I wasn't explicitly paid $100 for this lot, but I was doing a live stream and someone promised to donate $100 to my Movember campaign if I did a build using only my first pet stuff. Now, if you don't know what this pack is, it's a pack that I explicitly choose not to use, and I always have disabled in my game. I literally have it disabled so it never loads up the content, and it's never in my game. So I don't like it. It's a really controversial pack, and it's just not one for me. If you want to know more about it, do check out my review on it, because that will explain a lot more of it. I'm not going to tell the whole story of it here, but for reasons, it's the pack that I really dislike, and I guess you could say I almost sold out in a way, but I think it's a little bit different from selling out. You know, I'm not profiteering off that $100. You know, it was going to a great cause. I thought it'd be really nice, and also it's kind of funny to do a build using only this pack. So I decided to build like a very little house. It's gonna be very cramped, and all this stuff is sort of shoved inside. So it's literally one of every item from the pack, except actually, to be fair, except for the blinds. I didn't use all three sizes of the blinds. I mean, I figured it's essentially the same item, and I just didn't have any windows that could use the larger versions because this house is quite small anyway. So we didn't use those. Full disclosure, but we use literally every other item from this pack. And actually, this makes no sense because half these items are not usable if it's base game only and my first pet stuff, which by the way is one of the big problems with this pack. Half the stuff here that you see on the lawn is not usable unless you have cats and dogs. And that is one of the reasons that it wasn't my favorite pack. Yeah. Though here's the thing. There are some nice items in this pack. For example, the couches right there on the lawn. I actually do really like those, and the end table that's like a little circular glass end table is really cool. The hamster cage is cool, and the interactions with it are cool. However, those things to me do not justify the price of this pack, and that's why I don't like it. And also the fact that it requires cats and dogs to be fully functional. I also don't like that. Oh, actually, there's also something else that I didn't use in this build. Because there's two sizes of dog door or of pet doors, the small one and the large one, and I was like, there's not really any point using both, so I just used the larger one. So please don't be mad. I used every item where reasonable. Every unique item anyway is what we used. So downstairs is going to be lovely. It is going to consist of a galley kitchen and then a living space and a bathroom. There's no dining room or anything like that. This is essentially also a tiny build. $20,000 budget. My base game of my first pet stuff only. Like this is a good build. If by good you mean interesting and kind of depressing. It's like you go in this. It's that kind of house that you walk into. No, you don't even walk into. You look at it and you're like, that house is gonna smell. It's just gonna smell, and you know it's gonna smell. Then you walk in and you're like, yep, yeah, this smells like pets, because that's all this house consists of. Is just like there's no entertainment in this house besides pet related stuff. Like there's no TV, there's no computer, there's none of that. It's basically just the essentials you need to live, you know, beds, toilets, kitchen, and then all the stuff for pets, which if you only had base game in this, you couldn't really do anything with it. So yeah. Also, someone raised a really valid point. They said, why didn't my first pet stuff come with Tamagotchis? You know, that should have been, you know, that was one of my first pets in real life. So why is that not in there? Anyway, so this house is totally just like old school style. It feels like grandma's house, you know, that kind of style, that kind of vibe. Crazy cat lady's house. That's what this place is going to be. Actually, it was kind of annoying because actually a lot of this furniture is quite childish as well. Like it's designed for children and children's rooms. But this house actually only has one bedroom, and it's clearly not a child's room. So I kind of had to try and incorporate that stuff into the build, just in the living space and all that. Like, we got that desk in the corner. But, I mean, the way we justified it on the stream was that, you know, like, this could be the grandparents' house, and then the grandkids come and visit, and then they have, like, the little setup here. So they have, like, some fun little things that the kids can come and do. Like, because we have the arts and crafts table for kids, and I'm like, but we don't even have room for kids in this house, so why would that be here? The kids come and visit. You know, problem solved. So yeah, that's kind of the story behind that. At the moment, I'm basically just trying to put stuff in where it fits. We did the litter boxes you saw in the bathroom just there, because there's almost nowhere else to put it. I think it could have fit in the kitchen as well, but I didn't really want the litter box in the kitchen. So I was like, you know, we got room in the bathroom. Let's just chuck it over there. We also have two bathrooms anyway. We have the one downstairs and the one upstairs. So it's actually quite spacious. You know, this house also feels like a hoarder's house, because there's a lot of stuff just crammed in. Like, it's not, I guess it's not clutter items. It's just a lot of large items in a small space. So it feels like really, really cramped and like really closed in. And you know what? I kind of enjoy the vibe of this place. Like, as far as my worst build stuff goes. Maybe that's the title of the video. No, I don't know. We were trying to come up with a clickbait title in the live stream as well, because I felt like if I'm going to clickbait any video, it's going to be a video about this pack that everyone knows I dislike. So we thought we'd have some fun with it. It's all for a good cause. Hey, you can't be mad. This is for a good cause. This was for charity, which, by the way, would greatly appreciate. The link is down below as well. I am raising money all of November. I am growing a mustache on my face to raise money for men's mental health, prostate and testicular cancer research. All that money goes to that. I'm doing it throughout this month. That's why I'm growing a mustache. I'm aware that I've got no face cam on right now, so you can't see it. But you can check out my Instagram. Also, you can check out the live stream of this, where I had obviously the face cam on, and some other videos this month where I've had it. But that's what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing all of this month. And fantastic news. Our original goal was $1,000. That was blown out of the water real quick. I upped it to $2,000. That was blown out of the water real quick. Then recently it was up to $3,500. And today we started at $2,400. I did this live stream that I did a few other things on as well, and it smashed out of the park. We're at $3,700 now. So we've upped the goal to $5,000. So it's really, really incredible. And I can't thank you guys enough. Like, there's been so much support from the community. All of you guys are being really, really generous. And it's really awesome to see. And we're not even halfway through the month yet. So to see that kind of support so early on, that we've raised our goal multiple times, is incredible. I mean, I couldn't be happier with it, and I really, really appreciate it. So the fact that someone decided to donate $100 if I did this build, how could I not? You know, how could I not do this? It's for such a great cause. That's what I'm doing all of this month. So let's let's all be happy about it. It's for good things. These pipe decals on the wall. Why are these an item? Why are these an item? I don't like them, but I had to use them, so I put them in the hallway up there. Oh yeah, that hallway. See, I think that hallway, the landing at the top of the stairs, that's where it starts feeling like a hoarder's house, because that's where everything's sort of crammed in. And it almost looks like all that stuff's kind of piled up on top of each other. I know it's not, it's just 3 different items, but it kind of looks that way because they're all really tall items. So they're all just sort of crammed in there. And it's just, and I guess the wallpaper and the flooring, it's all just so drab, and it's like, it's not a great sight, but I really like that sort of aesthetic in this house. It was a lot of fun. The bedroom, though, I think it's probably the weakest room, just because I had to fit that 2x2 dog bed in, and it takes up so much space, and it makes the room seem it doesn't make sense. I would love to put that dresser there where the dog bed is, and then move the dog bed over the other side. But because the thing is so bloody large, I couldn't move it. So the bedroom ended up being less than what I would want it to be. Like, it seems like a room with a bed and a couple of other items, because I had nowhere else to put them. Whereas at least all the other rooms feel like they are actual rooms, but they just have the extra items in them. So I don't know. Look, the bedroom's not the best, so apologies if you want to download. Actually, if you do download this, I would love to see some renovations of this. Renovate all of My First Pet stuff out of it, please. Renovate all those items out of it. That'd be great. If you ever do renovations of my builds, feel free to do so, by the way. It's really cool to see. Feel free to like do videos of them or anything, because I always get a lot of people asking if they can do like a video of a renovation. That's fine. Go for it. As long as you just like, credit the original one. That's fine. Do it. It's cool. And if you do it, also just like tweet me like a picture or something of it, because I tend to see tweets way more often than any other sort of form of communication. Generally the best way to get in touch. So yeah, if you do renovate this, I would love to see it. I would really love to see this changed up, because this is really basic. Like at this point, you can see we've got $50 left. So this is a $20,000 budget build. And we got $50 left, so it's pretty much done. So the outside is pretty bland. I would have liked to do more landscaping, but we just didn't have the money. Like, there's just nothing at the moment. We don't have enough money for a bin, so I actually had to downgrade the bathroom sinks and that fence outside there. You can see, because I think the bathroom sinks are like $300 something each. So we got some cheaper ones of those, replaced them, which is unfortunate. I did like them, but we needed money for a bin. So anyway, here we are in the screenshots of the base game only build plus one pack. I get a lot of requests for these. People always like, hey, can you do some base game only plus one pack builds? Because not everyone can get every pack. So here you go, guys. I finally delivered on it. One pack only plus base game. Just the thing that everyone has been requesting, specifically with My First Pet stuff. Oh, I think this is the first one pack build that I've done, and it's with this pack. And yeah, it's great, isn't it? Just really, really great. If you want to download this, the link is down below, or you can search for my Origin ID on the gallery, which is The Sim Supply, the same as my username here on YouTube, just without the spaces. You'll be able to find it there. But please don't encourage this. Please don't download it. I mean, I guess you can download it and fix it, and then it would be better. But that is it. That is the build. I hope you guys enjoyed this for what it was. It was a bit of a laugh. It was a bit of a silly build, just because of how much I dislike this pack. Now to uninstall the pack from my game again and not use it anymore. But thank you so much for watching, guys. I will see you next time, and have an awesome day.